Instagram stories for Tuesday, August 6th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Before we dive into today's episode, good news. I got a new review of the show.
Review of the Instagram stories. Very informative. In the first 2 episodes I listened to, I gained so much knowledge compared to so many hour-long podcasts I've listened to. I love that it's straight to the point. Also, huge plus is the how different the episodes can be in length. Sometimes I only have 15 minutes to listen to a podcast, so it's nice to know no matter how long my drive is, I'll find something on this show that'll fit my drive time. Greatly appreciated, Daniel. 5 stars. Ray.
Thank you so much, Ray. I can't tell you how encouraging it is to get reviews like this. If you haven't left a review, please go on Apple Podcasts, leave a review of the show. You can get there directly by using the link in the show notes. Okay, let's get into today's episode where we're going to do some questions and answers from the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri. Before we get into the first question, a little bit of context. You should know that Threads has now hit 200 million monthly active users in a little bit over a year since Threads has launched. It's been about 13 months. Threads launch has been boosted because of obviously being so tightly connected to Instagram. And Facebook also shows Threads conversations in the feed for you to click on. The first question, congrats on 200 million Threads users. That seems like the app is really growing quite quickly.
I'm really excited about the progress for Threads. We hit 200 million monthly active users this month, and we have a ton of momentum, but also a long way to go. We want to inspire ideas that bring people together, and I really think the sky's the limit if we look at the momentum over the last couple of months. So hopefully we can continue to focus and improve and iterate and innovate over the next couple of years.
I continue to say that part of the reason Threads is so great is because there are no ads anywhere on the app. Once ads are in the equation as part of the Threads experience, I don't think we will all like it as much. The next couple of questions have to do with AI. As a reminder, Instagram launched some new creator AI tools for handling DMs, and it seems like the whole world is going more toward AI, partially because shareholders are demanding it, partially because it's the hot new thing. Hey, do you remember when NFTs were the hot new thing and that's all anybody talked about? And then Instagram added NFTs, and then a week later, it seemed like they took them away because no one was really that interested. Who knows? Maybe AI will be like that. There's a couple of AI question topics for discussion here. The first, what do you think would be the top reason a creator should make a creator AI on Instagram?
So for those of you who don't know, we started launching the ability for creators to create an AI version of themselves in order to talk to people via DMs. And I think this is going to be relevant to people who get lots of questions. I get a lot of questions about how ranking works, what safety measures we have, what is shadow banning, what are the best practices. So for creators like me who get a lot of questions, it's a great way to reach more people and answer those questions. But it's super early and there's a lot more work to do. So we're excited to see how people use it, get some feedback, and then hopefully improve it quickly.
I personally am not necessarily that excited to have a question answered by AI, especially if I am reaching out because I want a human response. But maybe that's just me. The next question, I'm getting nervous. AI is going to replace creators. That is a valid concern, and I certainly understand why someone would say that.
A lot of creators right now are nervous about AI, about it taking the content or competing with them, but I think we're pretty far away from AI being able to create content completely on its own that is interesting and engaging. AI is going to become more and more powerful as a tool, I think, and creators can use that tool in order to tell their stories. But it is interesting as a story because it's coming from a person with a point of view. And that's something I think we're really far away from AI being able to replicate.
Yeah, but at this point, it doesn't matter how far away we are. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when, really, because it is going to happen at some point. I always think about the analogy of the people whose job it was to operate an elevator. Back in the day, I imagined that an elevator operator was quite a good job. But eventually, at some point, people realized that they could just push the button to go in the elevator themselves, and elevator operators were not needed anymore. Those people who had that as a job eventually had to either retire or find different jobs. And I think that being a content creator will eventually be much like elevator operators. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about editing tools that are on Instagram's want list and uploading Reels to Instagram from the computer. Did you know how to do that? We'll get into it. Stick around. Oh, hey, welcome back. Did you know that it was possible to upload Reels to Instagram by using the computer? Of course you did, because you listen to this show and I've been telling you how to do that for a long time. But in case you didn't know, you can do it from Instagram.com. You don't need to necessarily pay for a third-party tool like Hootsuite or Later. If you want to, you certainly can, but you don't have to. The question, will it be possible to upload Reels on PC? I really want to. Go ahead, do it.
You can upload a reel from your PC. If you just go to Instagram.com, on the website on the left-hand column, you'll see a little create button on the left corner. That will let you upload a photo or a reel.
And the last question we're going to talk about today, what's an editing tool on your wish list that you want the team to build? This is a really good question because it gives you insight into what the thought process of the Instagram team is. Obviously, they want you to create the videos inside the app, but you might not want to do that. You might want to use some of the tools that are in other apps and then export the video and then post it to Instagram. Instagram wants you to record and edit all within the Instagram app to keep you in that experience as much as possible.
There are lots. I think a small thing, but it would really matter for me, would be to make it more easy to move in and out of editing and recording, which is kind of really cumbersome right now. So we should definitely improve that. It would be great if there was some automatic way to tighten up things once I was done, get rid of ums and ahs, tighten up the editing. I think it would be great to automatically match all of the color and lighting from multiple videos. There's just a lot of improvements to be had, so we're very excited about focusing more on that over the next couple months and probably a year or two.
I think it ultimately really comes down to making these tools as easy as possible to use for people who don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but still at the same time, giving the option for people who really want to fine tune things and get into making it more artistic in a variety of different ways, giving everybody the tools that they need to reach whatever level of complexity they want to put into creating content. Okay, that is going to do it for today's episode. Please, if you like this content that I am making, leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It would mean the world to me and help others to find the show. If you would like to be a guest on my podcast, send me a direct message at Daniel Hill Media and let's chat. Rap song.
Let me tell you a couple things that you should know about me. A product manager but do not have a bachelor's degree. But actually that's factually a fraction of me. Another fraction's posting content irregular and irrationally. Still probably won't get a job at the Gram. They forgot, they don't know, or don't care who I am. That's why you never see me at the parties and events. My lack of followers must make me irrelevant. Don't have a course, a book to sell to make a bag of grand. Not a social media marketer, don't represent any brands. Plain to see, don't have an agency, but I got a lot of spam. Just putting in my work without the glitz and glam. Won't catch me eating fish unless it's shrimp or clam. No six pack, no risk that there's a gym card in my hand. Don't have a full-time job, but I got a lot of plans. Stay plotting, dropping knowledge on TikTok and Instagram.